Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel where I do live arena and sometimes I update my teams. I have actually updated my Pythion. I redid him. Come to think of it, instead of coming straight here, I could have gone over that first. I'll do it at the end of the video if I remember. Hopefully I will. But I made him 30% tougher. I went from just under 70k HP to just under 100k HP. So I want to try him out. So I'm bringing him. Come to think of it, maybe I should have started with Sun Wukong. But yeah, I'm going to bring Rotos and I'm going to bring Sun Wukong. I don't know who my fifth person is yet. I redid his masteries. So he's got even more heals. He counterattacks when hit more frequently. So he will heal off that too. Because I reminded myself of how powerful his A1 is. He gets so much healing out of it. Okay. I'm going to bring Helicath. I think that's what I want here. Unless I really want another reviver. You know what? Let's take Mighty Uko. So I have also given him Miracle Heal. I had a free redo, so I decided that's what I wanted to go with. Our debuff's going to be a problem? I don't think so. So maybe I want the speed. Or do I want the defense? I'll take the speed. The one change for the worse, I guess, or potentially the worse, is it's no longer bolster. So now he's in regen. So he regenerates more health. I would kind of like to use the bolster set on somebody, but my bolster stuff isn't particularly good because I'm free to play. So I don't get many chances at getting bolster pieces. Now that you can create mythical pieces in the forge, I might try to make some mythical bolster because I do have a few resources left to make more bolster. I don't know how likely I am to get any mythical pieces. And even if they're mythical, of course, you still have to have the right stats. So, she's still under stone skin, so I can't really do much about that. But you know what? I can try for some A1s to see if I could cycle through that. I didn't get them. That's all right. Youch. She can block revive. I did not realize that. That's good to know. Well, maybe I'll do a cleanse. All right, let's see if this works. Oh, not quite. Not enough. Okay. Well done, Ooze. I just wasn't ready for you, obviously. Gotta wake up. Jimbo Limbo. How are you opening Jimbo Limbo? Also Duchess. Okay, well I'll bring these two. No, maybe I'll lean into UDK. Let's get the Pythion in there. I'll get the Rhodos in there. I kind of want to bring Fenax. Just because I'm seeing two revivers. He wants to block revive too. Okay. Well, I'll bring my block reviver. I will get rid of your block reviver. I guess we want the speed. So aside from the changes to the Pythion, um, don't think there are any other major changes to any of the major units that I use. Just Pythion. So far, I'm not impressed, but it's only been one fight. I have tried him out in Classic quite a bit, actually, and I am impressed with the way he performs there. We get a lot more heals out of his A1. Oh, now I get an extra turn. Darn, this guy is this guy's really tough. Maybe I should have tried to cheap the Harima instead. Well, good game, Jimbo Limbo. Obviously no match for you. I want to try to get my Duchess and Pythion together, but they keep picking first, and then they keep getting to put them together. Ooh, I get to pick first. All right, give me the Duchess. I want Duchess. Seems like everybody wants a piece of Duchess. Maybe I've wavered Grimm's resolve. So you're taking Pythion Rhodos, huh? Okay, well I definitely want UDK. And Pythion. And I want Sun Wukong. And I'm going to need another good nuker. We could bring Leo. We could also bring Candy. I could also bring Helicath. I I think I want Candy this time. Although, you know, I'm even thinking maybe Phoenix would be good just because of there are already 2 revivers. I'm contemplating banning the Rhodos. They're the same affinity, though. That might kind of give away my plan. I'm going to do it anyway, though. I'd really like to put the finishing touches on Volcanon, so I can start bringing him. But first, I gotta finish Arix. I'm actually doing the masteries this CVC. I might just burn through the gems to get it all done. Maybe that's what I should do. I'm pretty busy these holidays, though. Such a time sink, this game. It's just so much to do. It's this game's stolen so much of my time. You know, but before I got addicted to this game, I was a novelist. I have novels out there. You can look me up. I've written novels, a number of them. And now I have a lot of trouble concentrating because I'm always worried about what's going on in this stupid game. One of these days this game will go down and I am not going to start another gacha game. But until then, let's enjoy this addiction together, shall we? So, get some behind a veil. Now I'm gonna have to deal with a whole bunch of Helicath cheese. Till we get to Sun Wukong's turn anyway. Then I'll have to deal with less of it, but still definitely some of it. So I guess I want to get rid of Siphi first, if possible. So this will be slow going, but I think... Yeah, I'll steal the box now. think if we keep the pressure on Siffy, I can eventually just take out everybody. Siffy, then Uko. Then everybody else. Gonna be a long time though. Wow, look at the size of that shield. It's absolutely massive. Oh. Can't avoid the block damage. Who did I ban again? Rhodos? I'm already kind of regretting it, but at the same time, it was the right choice. You know what? I probably should have tried to ban, not ban, stun. Helicath. Stop all these constant counterattacks. I do have to admit, this is a pretty good team. It would annihilate any kind of attack team. But my team has staying power. Just like his team has staying power. So I guess we're in another war of attrition. Not giving up. So Uko gets his friends back in. I expected as much. But you can see they're getting deader and deader each time that happens. Maybe we could try to get her low, so that the next time I use Sun Wukong's A2, I have enough overspill to do more damage. Really want to boot it and kill this guy too, before he puts up unkillable again. So close. Come on. Alright, let's I'm just gonna use the A1. I want to try to stun as much as I can. Just gotta stop this guy. So Sify can get him back up. Now he's deader. So I guess the big shields are coming from RX. I keep talking about how RX is my next champion, and I still don't even know exactly what's in her kit. Just enough to know that I want her. Alright, let's do this again. And I guess this underscores that point. I also want to know who's got the protection set. I want to guess it's Sify. There are some protected buffs up now too, but I think that's just because Uka stole them. Let's see if this is enough. Finally. Finally. That took longer than 10 minutes. I try to be faster than this, guys. So I am sorry about that. If you wanted to see a more exciting, faster fight, well, you probably already skipped ahead. Anyway, good game, Grim. It was a good team. You had good champions. But so did I. Well, we're at the counter, where I can air my usual grievances to Plarium. Yeah, and I already gave my rant earlier about the whole addiction thing, but, you know, they're the smaller things we could ask for. Like that polymorph nerf. You gotta get on that, Plarium. I've already started taking polymorph off most of my champions, because I don't like it. I find it tends to screw me up even when it happens. So it's not like it's just bad for the attacker. It can even be bad for the defender. So I'll take UDK because obviously, and I'll take Duchess because Duchess. And I'll take Pythion because they go well together. And I'm looking at a double revive scenario. So let's take him. He's probably going to be the one that gets banned. At least that's my guess. I'm going to ban Rhodos. Unless Warlord shows up. Candy. Yeah, I can deal with Candy. I'll take the speed aura. Unless that's a resistible Kymar. I think I'll still go with speed. I'm just going to assume that Kymar is going to have something crazy like 900 accuracy. So Candy, what's the damage? Nope, he's just going to hide behind a veil. Okay. So let's tidy that up a bit. Kymar, you resets. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. Alright. This gives me kind of a sense of how killable each of them are. Let's take the buffs. I think basically, if I can wrap back around to Sun Wukong, I can kill them all at once. But next turn Phoenix gets, I want to erase Duchess. Not Duchess, Arbiter. I don't know why I'm jumbling up all the different revivers' names in my head. I think she's in regen. I normally expect her to be in speed, but you know what? Copenhagen or whatever his name is, he's probably put Sify in speed, and he probably put Arbiter in regen. First time I built Arby, I actually put her in regen because she does give herself that free turn. So I find that's got really good synergy. If I had a Sify, that's what I'd do. Because I'd know she could be my fastest. And I mean, I really could do that if I got used to pairing Arbiter with Morrigan. But it does mean that I have to depend on having the two of them together. And I just don't know about that. I don't know if I want Morrigan to be my main alternate to go with Arby. Anyway, this guy is doing a very good job preventing me from doing anything. Youch. Man, Duchess gives me a headache. Not Duchess, Sify. Sify with her overpowered A1. It's just unbelievable. Okay, so I mean, now's my chance to do this. I was hoping for a bigger hit, but I don't get a lot of opportunities to attack. Needed to take it. Oh my god. They're too fast. They're too fast. I can't do anything. They're too fast or I'm too slow. The one advantage I seem to have is that my best reviver is the right affinity to resist his only nuker, which means this fight could take a very long time. Either we have to wait for him to get really, really lucky and maybe do an AoE, take out whoever's left of the party, and then get the double hit on Duchess and take her out completely. That's his win condition. My win condition is Fenax coming in and murdering Candrafon. Or even Siphi. Maybe even Arbiter. I think basically if I could take out any one of them, they'll all fall apart like dominoes. Or collapse like dominoes. You know what I mean, if you ever played dominoes. I guess you don't really play dominoes when you're knocking them over, though. Maybe I meant like bowling pins. Except you knock those down together. So maybe my analogy doesn't quite work. Guess I better revive everybody. Even though I expect them to immediately get knocked down. And he didn't go straight for them. Even though he totally could have. He could have knocked them down and then taken a double shot against Duchess. Actually, it would have been another single shot. You think he went AFK and put this on full auto? He may have. You know what? That's good enough. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it. That's a good game, whatever your name is. Maybe I should have banned the, I don't know, the Siphi or the Kymar. Kymar was really, really messing us up. DJ Jump. You know, for the longest time, I thought the song Jump, where he's saying might as well jump, I thought it was saying Maxwell Jump. So I called the song Maxwell Jump. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Sun Wukong. So we go jump, jump, Maxwell Jump. So I want Duchess. And I want Pythion. Yeah, I'll take him again. Okay, Mr. Jump. So we're dealing with another speed demon. I'm wondering if I want to bring this guy in then. Could also be a nice chance to bring in Mika. And you know, when I see Harima, I think bombs. I'm gonna go with the Rat King. Could even have gone with Mika and the Rat King. I think we got to get rid of Warlord. I think that's kind of a we have no choice. We have to. So he's banning my Duchess. That is understandable. I guess the speed is what I want to go with. He has no cleanser, so if I can land bombs on, well, anybody, it's probably going to land on Arbiter. I guess we'll see what happens. So she's going to come in and I guess she's just going to buff that party. Okay. I'm going to protect first. I'm going to do the bombs. No polymorph? Nice. I was totally expecting to get polymorphed on the first shot. Ragash uses his A1 on Rat King. I would have expected him to use it on him, Pythion. So we'll steal the increased defense. It's easier for me if he does not have that. I am going to pick Rhodos back up, even though we might not even need him. Good game, DJ Jump. I even have extra tokens just kind of sitting in my inbox from the city of Cintranos. I got an extra 10. I don't know when I'm going to use those, though, because usually I'm good to do about 10 fights in a day, and then I'm done. I don't really want to do that many more than that. Yeah, I'm going to open with Sun Wukong. It's always kind of a coin flip these days. Do I want Duchess? Do I want Sun Wukong? Do I want UDK? And the answer is just yes. Yes to all of these. So he's bringing Pythion. Okay, so I definitely want Duchess. Even though I don't like having to bring Duchess against Harima. We'll bring UDK. So my last two, probably Rhodos, even though he's not a great affinity against a number of these. And because there are two revivers, I'm kind of thinking Fennex. And I'm probably going to let him keep both revivers because I'd really like to get rid of Harima. But I'm dreading who's this going to be? Is this going to be the thing that makes everything fall apart for me? Who's it going to be? Oh, Iron Brago. Okay, so definitely Harima. These are going to be defensive monsters. Now I kind of wish I had a bomber, but the double cleanser makes that very tricky. So probably speed. Iron Brago. Here's a piece of trivia about my account history, which is completely irrelevant to everything, including me, but I'm going to give it anyway because what else am I going to talk about? He's actually the first fusion that I ever did. Or I believe it was a fragment summon, not a fusion. But you know what I mean. They're both kind of the same thing. Fragment summons are a little easier. And he was great. He was on my first clan boss team. I will sometimes use him in arena. Heck, maybe I should bring him to live arena one of these times. Because he is good. He boosts the defense of the enemy party. It's a pretty fantastic thing to behold. Let's knock him down now. Just so his passive is gone. Maybe I'll steal some max HP from Elva? But Iron Brago basically allowed me to do my very first Nightmare clan boss team. Or my first one-key Nightmare clan boss team. Ultra Nightmare, I was able to get through it, but it took 3 keys. My first Ultra Nightmare single key was the Demythicomp. Yeah, I'll just do a name 1. And maybe this is what I want to go with. How much damage can I do with this? Not quite enough. Some people prefer to build Sun Wukong for damage with no accuracy so you don't get the sheep. But if I can't knock them out outright, I would rather have the sheep. That's my personal preference of the two. But I realize when you're building Sun Wukong, you can build for damage and speed, you can build for accuracy and speed, you can build for accuracy and damage. Building for all 3, that might require the best stuff you've got on your whole account, and even then it might not be enough. I'll just take him out. I'm pretty confident we can win this fight, but this might not be a quick fight. And it could still come down to a number of things. Like, he may figure out that if he just goes gung-ho after my Duchess, although he's still got to get through UDK before he gets the Duchess. Though that was a really good hit. That is a strong Ragash. My gosh. But part of what makes Iron Brago truly, this might even still make him unique. He can keep the increased defense up pretty much the whole fight. Can't be stopped. Can't even be stopped. He basically puts it up. Maybe I want to try Ragash. And the fact that he can put it up while pairing it with a really, really powerful single attack, and after he puts up the increased defense, it just means he hits like a monster truck. So pairing him with Ragash is pretty brilliant. I gotta say, whatever your name is. Another Russian dude. Maybe I should learn Russian just so that I could read these names. Like at least learn the pronunciation key. And I can pretend I know what they mean. It's my good friend, Rasputitsa. Rasputitsa ground gets muddy like hot pizza. Which is a song I just made up. I didn't make up Rasputitsa though. That, at least I know this much, Rasputitsa is mud season in Russia. It's a thing that doesn't really exist in most of the world. But different countries, they have their crazy things. You have India with its monsoon season, something like unimaginably destructive to the rest of us. We have no idea. Monsoon season is insane. All right, let's try this. Well, we're wearing them down. But if you want to invade Russia ever, which you don't, you should be aware of Rasputitsa. Because if you invade during Rasputitsa, you're an idiot. You're going to get stuck in the mud while your tanks aren't going to work. And you're just going to have to abandon them there. It's extra funny that this pretty much happened to Russia this time around with their invasion of Ukraine. It's like they weren't aware of their own geography. Like a whole bunch of stuff went wrong. It wasn't just Rasputitsa, but I mean, the first place they went wrong with was Putin's decision to invade Ukraine. Obviously, that was the first place they went wrong. So things have been going wrong since 2014. But maybe that's enough political commentary. Oh yeah, I'll just finish my idea. Don't invade Russia. Invading Russia is a bad idea. It's not just because they have nukes, but basically, if you look at history, no one has ever really successfully invaded Russia, with maybe the exception of the Mongols. Actually, yeah, let's try this one. We could take him out. Steal some health, that's about it. Just moving in at glacial speed. Like a tank in Rasputitsa. Alright. We'll move in with this. Get everybody behind a veil, get everybody ready to attack. Still no revive? Okay. Alright guys, we might have our chance. We might have our chance. So, good game, Rasputitsa. On to the next. Of course, you could argue that the Mongol invasion of Russia also didn't work, because it's not like they're in charge of Russia now. Although that's probably true of literally every place. You have natives in a place, and then you have foreigners that'll come and try to colonize that place. But sooner or later, the colonizers become natives. It's inevitable. It's the great circle of bullshit. And this is why war is pointless, everybody. So stop causing it. Just stop. See, I've just solved all of the world's problems. People just need to listen. People need to put me in charge. That's what they need to do. Put me in charge. I'll solve it. I'll solve world hunger. How? Vertical farms. That's how I'm going to solve it. Okay, so they got UDK, they got Rhodos. What does that make me want to bring? That makes me want to bring maybe these two? to prepare for a bomb strategy. I could also prepare for... no, I wanna do a bomb strategy. That's what I'm thinking at this point. I don't know what they're going to bring in the way of support, but there is going to be more support coming. There it is. So I'm going to use double bombers. And I'm going to hope it works. And that implies I got to get rid of Elva. But who else is coming? It should be somebody with block debuffs. If you value your life, that's what you should pick. Of course, he needs another nuker. Because otherwise I could just ban the Rhodos. So I'm going to ban her. He's probably going to ban one of the bombers. Maybe Rat King. No, he's banning Sun Wukong. Okay. So I'll take the accuracy aura. And hopefully we can make this quick. Because we're going to make it quick. Or not at all. Holy crap. That is a lot of damage. Well, you know what? I'm going to go for this one. I just want to make sure to weaken Arby. Don't want her managing to revive the party now. Particularly if I've only got one bomber left. But I think we've pretty much got it. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Earthworms and eagles. Lizard men and dwarves. Good game. That's the actual pronunciation of that name. You believe me, right? So you got Sun Wukong. I would like... I'd like Duchess. I would like Ultimate Death Knight. Oh, you're bringing Taras. It's bringing the big guns. The big cheese, the head honcho. The big beef. The big beefy cheeseburger man. The Colonel Sanders. I probably want Pythion. I probably want to just keep an eye out for whoever's going to put out the most buffs, although Warlord can put out buffs too, so he's probably just the one I'm going to ban. So, those two. Maybe I want Helicath. That might actually help us stay alive. Or Benax. So who are we banning? I mean, maybe we just need to ban Taras, and that solves a lot of problems, but I think really, if I don't ban the Warlord, I'm probably going to quickly get shut down and not be able to do anything. So, here we go. Do we want the speed or the resist? Because the Sun Wukong, I'm not expecting him to be super duper accurate. Although if he is, he's not hard hitting, and that could be helpful. I'm going to go for the resist on a whim. That might be the way to go. I'm not entirely sure where the meta is with Sun Wukong's accuracy, but I get the sense that there are a number of accuracy thresholds to expect. There's the 700 plus threshold, there's the 400 threshold, and then there's maybe the 100 or below. It really depends on what the builder wants. I guess there's no sense in putting the buffs up yet, so I'll just hit Taras. So maybe I want to... Maybe I want to do this. I'm just going to cleanse. Youch. Wowza. Well, I think we've been quite overmatched this time. So, good game, dude. I'm not even gonna try to butcher your name. It'll just sound disrespectful. So it was a good game. It'd be cool if there was a little translate thing that had just put like a translated version of the name, or even just a transliteration, a pronunciation key, so you could pronounce it. You don't necessarily know what it means. Of course, that's true of most English names. I'm not even entirely sure what Gavin means. I looked it up in a book of baby names. One of them describes it as Hawk of Battle, and I'm just like, what does that mean? What is this Gavin bird they're talking about? So I want Pythion, and I want him. So what do you got for me today? I feel like these are the bases. Like this guy's being shown at the front just to say, you know what, this is the one you're banning, and now I'm going to pick my team. And particularly if you're up against a bot, the bots tend to just ban whoever the first one is anyway, so that's why it kind of makes sense to just put him here. So you got Rhodos anyway. I'd wager he's even planning on eliminating Ultimate Death Knight. So maybe I want to bring in... Hmm. This is going to be a tough call. So I'll bring in Helikath. And Mithrala. That's what I'm going to do. So I can use the Helikath Paradigm. I've still got Sun Wukong if he's not banned. They've got 2 revivers. That's never a great sign. I really can't deal with Warlord. I figured that would be who he'd ban. I am probably going to need the... I might need the speed. I don't know. It doesn't look good. I need a contingency plan that either handles Rhodos or Warlord. It's another one of those things where it's like if they get too many of the meta champions, I just don't have the proper response yet. I don't have the right champions. Or at least I don't know of the right defense. I mean, at this point, I probably do have the right defense somewhere buried in my account. Okay. I'm going to aim for Arby. Get a nice near 14,000 out of that A1. So this is why I rebuilt Pythion. So let's put this up. Get the increased defense going. Get the hex going. We can steal the buffs. I think that's the way I want to go for now. I'm behind Stone Skin. This is good news. Doesn't do enough damage to kill through the block damage. That's awesome. Means Rhodos is going to have a tough time getting through this front line. Let's wear down Arbiter so I can completely nuke the team with my A2. I actually prefer to go through Duchess because, again, I believe if you take out Duchess with the A2, the following moves then are not subject to her damage reduction. I'm going to do this. I want to make my team even tougher. So come on, Sun Wukong. Here it is. This is what I want. It is almost over. So, good game, Ira Verde. We got one left. Let's see if we can break even on wins and losses, since that seems to be par. I haven't been keeping track, so I don't know whether I've won more or lost more today yet. Hey, it's Fat Kale. I've been meaning to find... Sorry, something fell, I think. Okay, Fat Kale. Uh, I'll open with Sun Wukong. I totally don't remember how Fat Kale beat me. I just remember losing to him. So I lost to you, Fat Kale. It's on one of the other episodes. I know I've fought Fat Kale at least once, come to think of it. I may already have had my revenge. Who knows? You're taking a while, Fat Kale. Don't make me put you in my hall of shame. In my previous episode, in yesterday's episode, I did induct one player into the hall of shame. Well, that is already a very good starting lineup. So I'll take Pythion. And I'm going to take Rotos, making the statement that, you know what, I'm probably going to ban Ultimate Death Knight anyway. Of course, this means he's probably going to see that and ban Rotos anyway, but this way, I don't have to worry about banning an enemy Rotos. At least that makes sense in my brain. So I could also go for Rhonda. I still need to rebuild her to be a little faster, though, honestly. It's on my list of things to do. It's up top. Uh, and we do have another artifact enhancement tomorrow, so maybe she'll be the next one that gets a bit of love in the regearing. So that's interesting. I'm not really seeing a major damage source here yet. We could use this to our advantage. I do have to pick some people though. Sweet jeez. So I'll take him, and maybe I'll just take. Maybe I'll take Ragash. Someone I almost never take, but you know what? Ragash is fantastic. He deserves some airtime. So you may not have a nuker in this party. This is the weird thing about it so far. So I'm not really sure what I'm looking at. And you know what? Given the delay, now I'm wondering if he just went AFK. Fat Kale, what are you doing? So I'm banning her. No, I'm not letting you have her. So I don't have. It kind of draws attention to the lack on my side is that I don't have any other revivers. I should have brought a second reviver to balance this better. Anyway, I think we could still be fine. Let's take the defense. Nope, we're taking the speed. Funny how often that happens. It just ignores my clicks. It's like, no, you're not allowed to click this time. It's just going to be what we decide it is. Hmm. All right, we'll go for the AoE. I really want to get rid of that ramen too. Will this do it? Maybe. So I could also. Could also just shield everybody. So let's try to steal all these buffs. Even behind a stone skin. That's good news for us. We may lose our turn. Dang it! Well, we can stun a few of them. Come on, Fat Kale. I know you just want to kill my Rotos, so just do it. Just do it! Good game, Fat Kale. I have my revenge. Kind of a strange fight, though. We both made some pretty obvious rookie mistakes. Um, so I got 6 victories. Not bad. Leaderboards, we're at 1839. So you know, in the top 2,000. I said I would show off the new Pythion. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna quickly stop by the market and buy this shard because you know. But we'll look at the champions. So here's my boy, Pythion. He's in regen with the stone skin. Total stats here. Couldn't quite reach 100k. Got as many glyphs in as I could. Still couldn't quite reach it. Changed his blessing. That gave an extra 5,000. So really, I should have changed his blessing to Miracle Heal sooner. I just really like the way it works out with so much erode max HP worked into the meta. It's nice to have a second healer that can recover from that, and he does a lot of healing. And his resistance is almost where it was. Almost, but not quite. And I put him in HP boots, so he's kind of slow-ish, but he's kind of fast-ish, not fascist. Jesus, Gavin. I got pretty lucky with the boots. I got one where I could add some speed to them on top of HP boots. I like the way that worked out. Skills are always the same, but yeah, Miracle Heal. And I redid his masteries. I was thinking of giving him extra resist down here, but in the end, I decided I still wanted the timely intervention, but I did get him the counterattack. Anyway, you can let me know in the comments what you think of the rebuild of Pythion. You can let me know who you think I should rebuild next. I've been thinking about Rhonda because I'd like to make her faster. I've been thinking about Sun Wukong. I'd like to make him faster. I've been thinking about Duchess and getting her in bolster, but it would make her stats worse. But anyway, that's all I got for today. Thanks for joining me. See you in the next video. Take care of yourselves.